Testing, 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 testing. Testing, testing, testing.
Good morning.
Morning.
Happy Saturday, everyone. We're glad to have you guys here. I think it looks like I recognize everyone, so you all know how this runs. Why don't we start with the 55551 code? Say it 3 times. I just love that code. Yeah? For those of you who saw Member, she's a little surrounded by angels. It's awesome. It's going to be amazing.
More like it.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so.
By the way, everybody, please wish Lauren a happy birthday. It's her birthday.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll do the code 3 times, breathing in between. 5, 5, 5, 5, 1. 5, 5, 5, 5, 1. 5, 5, 5, 5, 1. Oh, so wonderful. So we have, Memra's been busy. She's channeled a lot of new crystals. For those of you listening on the webcast, they're not on the website just yet, but they will be later this week, I think. But for those of you here, we get to play with them, which is really exciting.
So we have 15 new crystals. And so what we do is always bring them here first. So you guys get first look. And then they'll go on the internet for everybody else. So
they're very cool.
Yes,
oh my gosh. Cool. I think most of you got to play with some of them. This one is the Explorer of Life. Oh my gosh. It's an celestial, which I don't know what that means other than it's pretty powerful.
An celestial crystal is self-healed. So when you turn inside, it has all of these triangle crystals that lay one on top of each other. So what happened is it's been who knows how many hundreds and hundreds of years since it broke off from the original crystal, and it kept growing. And so an celestial crystal is a self-healing crystal, so it brings in a lot of healing power.
Nice. And I don't know, can you guys hear her when she's speaking? I don't know if it's loud enough. You can? It needs to be a little louder. Joe? I don't know if Memra's microphone is loud enough, or maybe it needs to go up higher.
Loud enough? It's on.
There we go.
Yeah, it's on. You just can't hear it from because you got the mic.
Okay. So this one is an celestial. It carries the power of growth, helps you see through dimensions simply by requesting it, which enables you to see the deceased, talk and walk with angels, can bring back information from any dimension and exploring beyond the 3rd dimension, etc., etc., etc. Pretty amazing.
All of the crystals now have angels with them. So that's what's really cool is you get a crystal, get an angel. And sometimes you get many. It depends on the crystal.
Yeah, it's funny, just on the right side, that I didn't see that before. It says this comes with 3 angels. Oh my gosh. Oof. That's cool. And then this one is the Great AAH crystal. This is a solution finder, brings about solutions for yourself and other people in other situations, connects to the divine creator, the divine solution, brings clarity and solutions. This comes with an angel triad as well as the numerical meaning of the price. So yeah, they're coming with angels, which is really awesome, let alone all the blessings. And yeah, this one is, the Great AAH is 146. And then we have the blankets. I think last time Memra and Haniel talked to us about the power of these sitting on these blankets and surrounding yourself in the divine angelic wings, right? And so we have a bunch more blankets now this time too. So with that, I think we'll take a break every hour or so. Exuberance outside. It's going to be an amazing session. Do you want to do the prayer? Do you want?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Lauren. Woohoo. We are trying to find a smaller blanket. Somebody said the blankets are kind of cumbersome to carry with you. And so we're trying to find a smaller blanket, like about a prayer rug size, that we can put the symbol on. So our manufacturer's on the hunt for that right now. We'll see what we can end up with. Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all that are watching. When I can't hug people in the beginning, I've got a big angel sitting on me. So unfortunately, that's what's going on right now. that's been happening pretty much all night. And so here we are. I'm like, let's get going. Angels are heavy. So if you'd like to close your eyes and take a nice deep breath in, we're just going to say the blessing prayer. And I thank you, God, for the blessing of everyone here and everyone watching, and God, everyone in the world, surrounding all divine white light of God's peace and love, harmony and protection. And God, as we're surrounded this light, I thank you, God, that each person feels the embrace of their own angels, to know that they're divinely guided perfectly and beautifully every day, to receive their miracles upon miracles. I also ask God for a special blessing for this earth as it goes through many changes, and all the people with it, because I know that they're doing the best they can, but sometimes it's a great struggle. And I thank you, God, for the divine intervention in those struggles, to bring to them the peace, the clarity, and movement forward in their life, and truly all their good and all their great. I also ask God for a special blessing for the tithing of the money today, and that it may multiply and return back to each person. I thank you, God, as we call upon the archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel. And as they come in the room and stand in the four corners, offering up their assistance and holding the highest and sacred light, we invite in Archangel Haniel and a wonderful message today for everyone. That this message may be the transformative power in their life, bringing to them the greatest of their life that they can experience. With these words, I thank you, God, and it is done and made complete, and amen. All right, well, I am out of here. Just to give you a little heads up, what Haniel's going to be talking about today is not just stress reduction, but stress removal. It's going to be removed. And although whatever it is within you that you can go back into stress. Because stress is it's not a reality. I mean, if we know that God is always with us, why would we get stressed out? There's no reason for that. So she's going to talk about that. She's going to talk about the actual removal. And it is her goal today to remove from you the capability of feeling stress. You know, just a little thing like that. So have a good time. Enjoy yourselves, and here we go. Very good, wonderful, wonderful. Well, we shall stand up. Very good. Hello to all of you. Hello to all of you. It is wonderful for you to join us today. Well, you've been doing really well with your exercises from last time. Golden bubble of light, all of that, you've done really, really well. But as you notice, you do the golden bubble of light, you do your wonderful visualization, and then this mind starts in there again, doesn't it? Starts in, when is it going to happen? How will I know? Am I going to miss it? Did I do it right? Oh my goodness, we are hearing so much from all of you. Did I do it right? Yes, you did it right. Yes, you did it right. So we're going to talk today about many things, I mentioned to Mamarat that I would like to give sort of a report of the status of humanity. And so in that, I will give much information. Currently, you are having another surge from Andromeda that will come on Monday, all right? They're lasting 7, 8, sometimes 10 days. These surges, when they are coming into everyone in humanity, it is lighting them up. But what is difficult is that which is not in the light is also coming to the surface. And so you have people that are not behaving correctly. They are very angry, they are very depressed, they don't know why. So what we want to explain to you is if you come across someone, or if that's you, that you are having difficulty with these surges, it is very important to utilize the code 323. It will put you back into calm. It will put you back into your own light. You will ride the wave of Andromeda very easily, and this won't be an issue. When we look at the world overall, all the politics and all of the individuals that are trying to gain power and all the good people that are also trying to gain power. For there is much good. There's much good in this world. Much demonstration of courage, of kindness, and welfare for humanity. It's a beautiful thing. These ones that are not necessarily in that state, that seem a bit narcissistic in their journey to try to gain control, they're the ones, again, those individuals that they're dying out. They're going away. And the reason why is because this earth and everything in it, everything in reality, is about evolution. When you are in such a state of narcissism and control of others and acting out of anger, you've stopped evolving. You're in an old way. And that old way does not serve your life. And this is why you are watching many people leave this earth. It's because the evolution has stopped. Perhaps they did not really prepare for this level of evolution before they came. In many cases, that's so. But in other cases, it's because they cannot evolve anymore. They don't want to change. They don't want to see their life different. Even though you can look from the outside in and say, well, but it would be better for you. For them, it means that the way that they've been living their life would have been a waste if they changed that much into the light. No one can live with that. And it's important, dear ones, to be aware of that when you come across an individual that is not going to change their ways. Smile, love them as they are, because their journey is coming to an end. So this is a time of great compassion. You are intermingled with those that embrace this light and enjoy the light and shift so easily. And there are others which will not shift at all. Or they hear what I have to say, but their inner dialogue remains in the old way. That what I have to say does not fall upon their heart. It may fall upon their ears, but it does not go deep into them. And so we know that you want to effect some type of miracle for these individuals. But please understand, there's nothing wrong with their journey. Even if they've stopped evolving, there's nothing wrong with that. That is their own specific divine journey. They have every right to it. It's right for them. Even if it's not right for you, it's still right for them. So as you go through this world and you see this mixture of all sorts of different individuals, you will find that they are such a myriad of different people. Some get it. They grow with the light. They're ecstatic. They are wanting to dance around. They feel better than they've ever felt before. They find a miracle in their healing and a miracle in their life. And that level of individuals is growing. It's not reducing. It's growing. But your attention does get drawn to those individuals that have stopped that evolutionary process, because you wonder why. And part of you becomes sad because they're not going to be there joining you. But it's all right. As they pass into spirit, they are celebrated and welcomed as all spirits are. They are shown what is their journey, what has it been, what will it be. And they are treated, of course, with great love and kindness. So when you are feeling sad that someone can't change, take a deep breath in. Ask God to take these feelings from you. You do not need them. There's no reason to be sad. They are doing their journey as best as they can, just like you are. So as we, as a humanity, take in more and more light, more and more appreciation, there is something that is happening that's quite fantastic. It is not a speeding up of technology, no. It is a speeding up of the renaissance of individuals to stay connected to the land, connected to life, and living a simple way. As you grow in your intelligence, in your technology, your totality of your being wants to embrace that which is light, that which is natural, part of nature, and really hungers for that. And as that hunger grows, you're going to want to be in nature. And whether it's a garden on your patio, or it is walking in the woods, or it is sailing on a lake, or it's at the ocean, or it's at the desert, it doesn't matter. You are part of something that is far more ancient than you are. And by embracing this ancient nature, you will find that you are one in harmony with it. Your chakras run better, your life force energy is better, your thinking is better, your remembrance is better, your body is better, your life is better, your opportunities are better because you have spent time in nature. This light that is coming to the earth is another form of love, divine love, pure love, an unstoppable power. And so you are taking into you greater love all the time. So we're going to cover every area of this because we know that you have a myriad of ideas you would like to have with your manifesting. Today, we are also going to assist you to alter a pattern within you that would allow the mind and emotions to go into stress. Whether it's small of I'm going to be late, to large I'm not going to get that job, to seeing dwindling finances and how am I going to pay for everything, to illness on your body, to disharmony in your relationships, to worrying about the world as a whole. There are many stresses. And so we are going to endeavor to take out of you this old thought that keeps going around and around and around in you that actually attracts in stressful situations and stressful people. You don't need it. It's not really who you are. It doesn't allow you to join in the joy and happiness of your everyday life. So it's very, very, very difficult indeed. Today we're also going to ask you if you would like to have a code for a situation that you have had difficulty overcoming. Please understand these are not just a free-for-all for codes. It is understanding that you are asking for a code to help you overcome something you haven't been able to overcome. This is important. We're going to give you another code that is called a supreme code. This code does many, many, many things, and assists you in all ways, and is connected to no more stress, no more fear, but flowing with the divine creator, which is a beautiful thing. Very good. Therefore, we're going to begin today with a wonderful opportunity to be able to know and understand what causes stress in your life. So I'd like you to think about that. What causes stress in your life? It might be a myriad of things. I'd like you to take a moment, if you can, with your paper and write down the things that create stress in your life. So as you are writing, I'm going to tell you a story. It's a true story, and it happened in the afternoon of the last channeling. It's a wonderful woman that has a buffalo ranch in Montana. A few hours after the channeling, her neighbors called her and said, "There's the biggest tornado we've ever seen headed right for you." She runs outside and she sees this monstrous thing, black sky, and she can see the turning of the tornado. And she thought, this thing is going to pick up all of my buffalo, all of my horses, my home, me, my cats and dogs, my vehicles. There will be nothing left. So she stood out there, she planted her feet, and she pointed at that tornado, and she said, "No. No, God, you are this tornado, you are my animals, you are my home, and no, this cannot be. This is not acceptable, it's not my reality. God, stop this tornado right now and give me a double rainbow, or rainbow over my ranch that you heard me." Rain began to pour down. Torrential rain poured and poured and poured. Within 15 minutes, as she describes and her neighbors describe. It looked as though someone put a bomb in the tornado. It not only had dissipated, but there were sun rays coming out of the clouds. And a double rainbow appeared over her ranch. 15 minutes, dear ones. Why I tell this story, and there is more to it, she's a wonderful storyteller. Why I say this to you is, if that finger, can stop a tornado in 15 minutes, what can you do? What can you do? She was very firm, very clear, absolutely no fear inside of her, because she knew she was, as she says, nose to nose with God. I'm talking to you, God, and it's you and me, and I say no, absolutely not. And she said it with great fervor, yelling at that cloud to make sure that it goes away. This is not my reality, God. This does not happen in my life. I am going to reiterate that, dear one, because it's actually one of the keys of getting rid of stress. There's many more keys to getting rid of stress. But it's very difficult to create miracles if you always have stress, because you bounce back and forth from your faith back into stress again. When is it going to happen? How is it going to happen? Is it going to be enough? Did I do it right? How many times do I need to do it? I tell you, dear ones, you had questions after questions. When you have an experience such as this woman did, it alters you forever. It alters you forever. You will never be the same again. Because when you have participated and watched what your words have done in that short of time, it has completely altered your view of yourself and the world. And you get the message, if I can do that, I can do anything with God. But the point was, she wasn't afraid, she was angry. She was angry. She was angry when she looked at that tornado. She was angry, and she had a sense that this cannot be. It cannot be. So today we're going to talk about how to bring about resolution very quickly, because that's also contributed to no stress. If you know that you can bring about resolution very quickly, what is there to be stressed about? When it happens every single time, consistently, there's nothing to be stressed about. And yes, you end up with a miracle. You end up with a miracle many times that you don't even know the story of that miracle. This miracle for her was so big, how she felt, what she did, what she thought, that she could tell it 100 times, and each time it would be different. That's a big impact in your life. And it happened just a few hours after we ended the last channeling. So please understand, the action she took is the same action for anything that's an obstacle in your life. Anything. Because obstacles, dear one, are another way of evolution. When you have an obstacle in your life, and the bigger the obstacle, the greater is the evolution. It is the higher part of you saying, congratulations, you've grown enough, now you get to evolve. Now you get to have a greater relationship with the divine and yourself and your abilities, and know that you can trust them. I would tell you that this woman now trusts all of her abilities. She doesn't question them anymore. There are no questions. She knows that she can do that with anything, at any time, anywhere. You are working with a magnificent force. It's all around you, it's within you, it's everywhere. And it doesn't matter what you call it. You can call it God, you can call it spirit, you can call it creative mind, you can call it the one mind, you can call it Allah, you can call it whatever you want to call it. But it's the same thing. It's the very same thing. But you fret when you're offered an obstacle. You fret about, here comes the stress. What did I do wrong? Why is it here? I must have done something wrong. And you start blaming and judging yourself for this obstacle to be there. So think of it this way. Here you create this beautiful golden bubble of light. You are formulating the model that God must fill in of what you are choosing to manifest. Beautiful bubble, beautiful actions. All of a sudden, this great big boulder appears between you and that golden bubble. And it's enormous. It's a monolith. It's not some little thing you can push around. Oh, no, 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 no. It's enormous. You're looking up, and it's to the sides, and it's enormous. You go, well, how did that get there? Because I'm not moving forward now. I don't have motivation. I don't have energy. I don't have any creative ideas. Nothing's moving forward for me. And you're saying that all the while you're walking around the boulder. You're just walking around the boulder. Why does it exist? What do I need to do about it? How come this hasn't happened? I thought I was going to manifest this, and I didn't do it. And all the while that you're walking around the boulder, you're giving it energy, and it's growing. And it's getting bigger. And you think, well, all right, I'll just live with it. I'll just live with it. I'll ignore that it's there. I'll just live with it. I'll keep going on to my life. What you don't realize is that there is a saying you can say, or there's a code you can use, and it will disintegrate that boulder, that obstacle, every time, every time. It cannot hold itself together because in the utilization of your power, you have evolved. You know who you are. You know what your relationship with the Creator is. You know the words that you are given. You know your four powers, and you use it. If you were to stand back from that boulder and take a look, big boulder, and instead of blaming yourself for trying to figure out why it's there, what you need to do, you just say, God, Divine Creator, bring me the solution right now, because this obstacle cannot be there. God, you're unstoppable. Everything's unstoppable. So this obstacle cannot be here. Point the finger. It's okay. Point the finger. It's all right. And you know that the Creator can give you unlimited amount of solutions. Now I'm going to tell you that most of the solutions you will not participate with, that obstacle is gone on its own. So you try it. The code for dissolving this is 99, 98, 99, 99. So, your list, those stresses are creating boulders. They're creating obstacles that make it difficult to overcome. And it doesn't matter history, it doesn't matter your relationship with that person, it doesn't matter what they said before, what you did before. It does not matter, because this power is present and active. It's active. It cannot ever be not active. It's always active. Always. And when you request a solution to the matter, it will go poof. And it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's the weather or traffic or your bank account's going down. No, absolutely not. Your reality is the Creator's reality because that's the only reality you can live. So how can you have lack and limitation and illness? You can't. You can't. It's impossible. But you don't fully know that yet. And so what comes in is stress. So we're going to go through this exercise. We're going to do a visualization of it. And then we're going to talk about alleviating the mechanism of stress. So I'm going to have you get up, stand up beautifully, beautifully, stand up. You can stretch. Please go out for 10 minutes, come back in, and we'll go to the next level. Wonderful. Very good. Please understand there's a difference between stress and obstacles. Obstacles can create stress, but stress in itself is forgetting your divine connection. It is allowing your mind to go back into duality. You are actually putting energy on the very thing you don't want. Now, stress becomes what is called socially accepted behavior. People can talk about their stresses for a long time. After all, look at how many things you put on that list that create stress in your life. So, let's talk about this for a moment. Stress comes from a feeling that you can't control an outcome. Whether it's you or someone else or an animate object or a faraway person, it's a fear that you cannot control a positive outcome. That's what stress is. And so that stress adds to an energy which makes that obstacle grow in your life. So stress is actually making that obstacle grow. Not letting it get away, go away. Your mind goes into, but I've got to come up with a solution. And we say, well, you're very bright, you're very smart, you can come up with many solutions. And you say, well, what's the right one? Well, the God solution is the right one. So we're going to have you do an exercise now. Now I would like you to close your eyes and visualize the boulder in your way. And it's enormous. It's several stories high, equally as wide. This is a really big obstacle. Now, as you imagine you're walking around this great big anchored stone, and you're fretting. What about this? What about that? How do I know I'm going to be okay? What about my finances? What about my health? And you're asking yourself all these questions because you can't understand why is that boulder in your way. You were so happy and fulfilled when you finally made that decision. Yet the decision to live a much more harmonious life has led to great and sometimes grave obstacles. Some people would say, when I started on my spiritual journey, I was happy, and now I'm not. And that's because you've been presented obstacle after obstacle after obstacle by your request to know the divine greater and deeper, and by request, you have created that in your path. Now, this is not to blame you, not at all, or to blame people or situations around you, not at all. But it's to understand that you have a power with you right now and every day, that if you will utilize it, you will find that you don't have any more difficulties, no more boulders in your pathway. Very good. So now I'm going to have you just visualize. Visualize all the things that create stress, and as though you're walking around this great big boulder. You're thinking about these things that are creating fear or lack or resistance. Perhaps it's another person you can't understand. Put all that into this image. Oh, what did it just do? It grew, didn't it? Oh, there's more of it now. Oh my, oh, it just grew again. That's really has become an identity of your life. All right. Now imagine you're standing back. Standing way back from that boulder, and you can see all of it now. It almost looks like a skyscraper, but made out of stone. And this stone, this obstacle, is sitting right where you expect to manifest things. It's just really in the way. All right. Now imagine you are pointing at that stone and you're telling God, God, this obstacle is not my reality. I haven't done anything to create this obstacle, but it's right here. So God, thank you for bringing me the divine solution. Very good. Now watch what that boulder's doing. Is it still there? Is it starting to crumble? Does it turn into dust? And what you are experiencing is divine flow of your path. What is your maturity? Not letting you get stuck on any level. What is it doing? What happened to the boulder? Very good. So I tell you, that's all you have to do. Well, there's more I can tell you. But it's important enough to know, how do I get beyond this stress? Whether you work at home or you work in an office, you have children or you don't have children, you're still going to have a matter of stress. Very good. Now, you can open your eyes. What happened to the boulder? It's gone. That's real time. That is real time. You didn't just make that up, you actually made that happen. So now all I can really have is a new directive. You go back into the golden ball of light, you do your work in the golden ball of light to give it directive. But understand this, and it's very important to know that obstacles are there so that you can gain a deeper relationship with yourself and the Creator by asking the Creator to bring in divine solution for this matter. Very good. So now that that's been moved, you're going to go through each one of the things that is listed on a piece of paper that creates stress. And for each thing you're going to say 99, 98, 99, 99. All right, here we go. very good. Oh, you're doing well. You're doing well, that's good. Oh, very good. Oh, the energy is lightening in the room. Very good, wonderful. All right. Well, does anyone feel a little lightheaded? Yes, a little lightheaded, yes. All of that energy just went poof, like that. All of it went poof. That's why you're feeling this reclamation of your own life force energy, and that is why you're feeling dizzy. It works on anything and everything, and that's important to understand, is that there is nothing that needs to be in your way. It doesn't need to stay there. If it's not free-flowing, it doesn't give you freedom, happiness and abundance and perfect health. Nothing. Nothing at all. Some of you may say, well, I've got a lesson to learn with this. Well, very good if you want to. If you want to continue to walk around that boulder and have it grow, then that is your own parade of life. Might as well have balloons and the whole thing, because that's what you're doing. You're walking around the boulder instead of saying, no, this cannot be. It is not my truth. It cannot be a part of my life. Now, after you do this, it's important to go into your golden bubble of light and put some energy and some meaning, some feelings to that creation, that model for God to fill in as reality. Try to feel it through all your senses. Make it real, that this is really your life right now. Very good. Very good. Well, we are now going to go to Andromeda. And I'm going to take you up to Andromeda. You're going to embrace that new starlight of Andromeda. Even before it gets here, you're going to pack your body with light. So you ready? Let's go. Close your eyes, if you will, please. And allow yourself to travel to Andromeda. As you are sitting in the chair, allow your body to relax. Allow your face to relax, your shoulders and arms to relax. Allow your torso to relax. As you are safe, you are here with me, and all is well. And as you breathe into this body, imagine what you are breathing in is the purest light of Andromeda. It's all around you now. And as you breathe in, you're breathing in the light of Andromeda. It's consistent. It moves. It is building. And each breath you are taking in the light of Andromeda. And as you breathe into your body, it fills your body with this light. And your crown chakra opens up wide. And you begin to travel through your crown chakra, lifting up and up. We're going up higher and higher. We're going to Andromeda. A beautiful gaseous form, many lights. Everything is fresh and new. As you're breathing in a new day, new awareness, and a new you. And the colors of the gases of Andromeda are beautiful, as it is the nursery of all stars. Coming closer to these bright and luminous gases. And as you imagine so, the gases are taking over your body. And it creates a new registration on your body, like a familiar breath, sunshine, the smell of fields growing life into them. And as you're breathing in Andromeda, it is moving out of you fear. Allow yourselves to become showered with this light. And as you do, your DNA will respond. Your cells will respond. Do not second guess this. This is you, and it's really happening. Very good. We may want to open up your heart chakra. See the spinning disc of green color. Now as you become one with this, all the colors of Andromeda become your body. Very good. And this multicolored light is going into every level of your consciousness, every level of you physically, mentally, and emotionally. Very good. You can say, I am. If you have a name coming to you, state that name. If you have anything that you cannot see or feel or taste or touch, that thing can dissolve now. You pointed a finger at it. Any resistance, any stress, no. You cannot exist in my life. For God is the one power. God is one presence. Now begins to grow your heart as you're receiving in the new wisdom and the new ability to work with you and to know that this person's safe. Now, imagine with your arms you're gathering up all that new starlight. Very slowly now gather it up and put it as a great ball of light into your chest. Now there's a second ball of light formulating in front of you, very big from Andromeda. Take hold of that light and put it into your legs. Now as this light enters upon you, all mechanisms, all beliefs, all ideas, all fears are dissolving into this light. You do not need it anymore. It cannot help you. Very good. Now as you are totally immersed into this light, your angels will appear on all sides of you. And they will begin to invite you home. Your angels are all around you now. You may take what you wish from this experience and let go of the rest. Very good. And as this energy comes into every body, every energetic body, every soul, everything. And it is becoming one with you. Very good. I will bring you all back now. I will count backward from 10 to 1. By 1 you will be awake, revived, refreshed, and unable to have anything less of that. You are free, and you get to be fulfilled. Very good. We will begin to come back. 10. 9. Back warmly and slowly. 8. 7. Imagine yourself to be bright as the sun. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Open your eyes when you're ready. Very good. I love that. All right, when you're ready, I'd like you to stand up and put your arms over your head, give yourself a good stretch. That was a lot of energy. While you're up, I'd like you to take a 10-minute break. Please go outside, make sure you get lots of water. We've got one more thing to fix you up. All right, excellent, dear ones, excellent. good. Very good. But dear ones, today's session isn't going to be as long as it usually is, because after we get done with what we're going to do, you're going to want to take a nap. So I know that, dear ones, so that I'm not going to make it so long today, so you can go take a nap. Very good. All right, very good. Everyone sitting down now. Good. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to your astral body. And in your astral body, we're going to have your astral body reactivate the 4 powers in you. 4 powers. Going to reactivate them. Because I hear you getting frustrated. Why not this and why that, and when is that going to happen? And what is that doing? You're walking around the boulder. Walking around the boulder, it's getting bigger, you have more questions, more self-judgment, self-criticism, because you're walking around the boulder. So our goal with you today is to stop walking around the boulder and get that out of the way so that you can go forward everyone. That's our goal with you today. Now, I will tell you, next time we're going to go even deeper into miracles. I'm going to be doing a lot of writing. I will have the wonderful easel up here, and I'm going to be doing a lot of writing. Because this is the year of miracles. This is the year to get you into this habit, so that that is what you're creating all the time without question. You know, I can create that. I can get rid of that. I can change that. And that's what it means to be empowered with the 4 powers that God gave you. And God gives everyone these powers. To remember the 4 powers? I will say them to you. I know you're already getting tired. So I will tell you what they are. The first one is that God gave you dominance over the universe. In other words, dominance over the molecules and the atoms. They do what you say they do for your reality. And that's always true. It is also aligned to divine principles and divine laws. So it is the way that it is. These 4 powers are also what is called life's law. It is the way it is. It doesn't change. It will never change. It will always be a part of who you are. And the reason why you can dominate the molecules and the atoms for yourself is because you have the second power, which is called free will. You can think anything that you want. The Creator is not ever going to say, well, no, I'm sorry, you can think this, but you can't think that. That's for me to think, but not for you to think. Oh, no. You can think anything that you want. You may not like what you're thinking, but that's because you have freedom to think whatever you want to think. Absolute freedom. Absolute freedom. There is no limitation to what you can think. And the reason why is because you are engaging in all of the God thoughts, because God has already thought every thought could possibly be thought. That's a lot, isn't it? So you're literally pulling from a library of thoughts. Say, well, am I the originator of the thought? You're the chooser of the thought that you're going to think. There is not an original thought, because the Creator's always thought all the thoughts that can ever be thought. So you're choosing from that, what thoughts am I going to think? How am I going to create? It's sort of like when you go to a salad bar. Yes? Got all the lettuce and the garbanzo beans and the eggs and the beets and everything, and then a whole wonderful selection of salad dressings, and oh, that looks good. Oh, I'll take that. Oh, that looks good. And the containers are getting heavier and heavier as you keep piling on more things from this delicious salad bar. Well, that's how you are with your thoughts. You pile them on and you pile them on, and then you consume those thoughts, and that becomes your reality, because when you consume them, it becomes your belief of what can happen with that thought. If you don't have very much belief, then it's like a little wilted piece of lettuce. Not very engaging, not very delicious. You wonder why you even put it on your plate. But they are there, aren't they? So these thoughts that are not very productive is another way to walk around the boulder. The way your mind gets caught up in this thought and this analyzing about that, sometimes not even full thoughts. They're somehow disjointed. You're walking around the boulder. You're not asking the Creator, bring me solution. And so what happens is the obstacles grow. The boulder grows. It doesn't get smaller, doesn't go away. So the third power is it's your power to name your reality. No matter if the person next to you has a completely different reality than you do, you get to name your reality. This wonderful woman in Montana with the buffalo ranch and the tornado, she named her reality, didn't she? Now, was there other people affected by this tornado? Of course. How come her thought ended that tornado? Did you ever think about that? When everyone else in the valley was getting scared and trying to sort of batten down everything so that it wouldn't go blowing away, how come her thought overrid everyone else's? Why is that? Why is that? Because she knew her thought was for the highest and the greatest good of all concerned. It was the greatest good for her, but the greatest good for all concerned. And she said that to the Creator. This cannot be. This is not good for anybody. So no, God, this cannot be. End this thing right now. That's why her thoughts overrid everyone else's. You can do that thing because she accepted her power. These other ones were just running around the boulder. They're just running around the boulder. You can just see the parade. They're going around the boulder, and the boulder happens to be the tornado. And they're going around it. Oh dear, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What about my car? Should I get out of here? What about my livestock? What am I going to do? Running around the boulder. She didn't run around the boulder. She pointed at the boulder and she said, no, absolutely not. This obstacle cannot be in my life, regardless of whether it is a tornado, another person, a situation, lack of supply, it doesn't matter. She understood something that is important as we talk about these things. You're beginning to move into. You're beginning to move into this, but we want to get you there all the way. And that is that your thought, your request can override everyone else's when you know who you are, you know what your relationship with the Creator is, and the third thing is that you don't waver, not with fear. You don't waver. When you point a finger at that obstacle and say, no, absolutely not. This cannot be. This is not my reality. God, bring me the divine solution right now. No matter what everyone else's thoughts and feelings, if you have those three things, you can create your own reality. This is important. It's difficult sometimes when it's a married couple. One partner wants one thing and the other partner wants another. You want both of each other to be happy, but you're not in agreement. What do? Well, you think about your request and you know this really is for my highest and greatest good, and it is for the highest and greatest good of all concerned. I can see what good this is going to do. And I can see what no good it can do if it continues. This is not about controlling someone else, because you can't. But it's understanding this is my request and my reality. I can see that it's for my highest and greatest good, and I'm asking that it's for the highest and greatest good of all concerned. Even if you can't see that readily, you can still ask for that. The fourth power is that all the good that God is yours. All that God has is yours. All that the Creator has is yours, has your name on it. But understanding that the resources of the Creator are unlimited and cannot be diminished. Because somewhere in your head you get this idea of, well, if I get this, then somebody else won't. Creator creates out of nothing. That would be a little bitty God that has limited resources. And says, oh, I'm sorry, your time is not up. And you have to still wait. And all these other people over here get what they want, but you don't, because your time's not up. Or, I've heard this too. They'll say, maybe it's not in God's timing. Maybe I didn't get that job, that opportunity. I didn't get to go on that trip. I didn't get that raise because it's God's timing and it's not yet. That's walking around the boulder. You're just pitter-patting and walking around that boulder, getting your exercise for that day because that's a really big boulder and it's getting bigger. But you're just walking around that boulder. And I think you're really tired of it, aren't you? You can wear out a lot of shoes walking around that boulder. And then it gets bigger. So the four powers as they're reactivated goes into the knowing center. It's right here, actually, right about where your diaphragm is. That's your knowingness center. It's what people say a gut feeling. I get a gut feeling about things. Well, that's what they're talking about, right here. That's your knowingness center. And so your astral body is going to drop all of that into your knowingness center and reactivate that level of consciousness on you. And is going to awaken a great giant that is within you. A great giant that it's time, I believe, for it to awaken. Now, if you don't want to awaken the big giant, that's fine. But I think it's a lot more fun when you do. Because you realize how much that power is working with you and for you every day in any situation. I tell you, we could talk long about any situation you've got. And I would say, are you walking around the boulder? Or are you asking for divine solution? And in most cases, if you've got a situation that you have not been able to overcome, you are taking a lovely stroll around that obstacle. You're not asking for the divine solution. And it's growing. Because whatever is given to you, when you put your attention on it, it grows. Now, why we're talking about this piece of information today is it's really important as you're creating miracles, because when you can really get this piece of information, you will find that creating miracles is the easiest thing you have ever done. It's easiest, it's instantaneous, it happens all the time. You chuckle at yourself all the time because it's just one miracle right after another, right after another, right after another. And it's fun. It's very fun. So then there comes the question, what happens when I ask for a miracle and it doesn't happen? Oh, well, the question is, are you walking around the boulder? Or did you ask for divine solution? If it didn't happen, you're walking around the boulder. And so it's an obstacle that you need to ask God for divine solution on. God, bring me a divine solution because that cannot be. Now you will get your miracle. And you will get your miracle very quickly. That's the simple part about this evolution. And it is very simple. But understand these obstacles will happen throughout your entire life. They are simply there as an acknowledgement you're ready to evolve. They're not there to say you did something wrong, you did something bad or not good enough. No, no, no. You get the opportunity to say, no, absolutely not. This obstacle cannot be there. I cannot be stopped. So you think about what you've been desiring. If you haven't gotten it yet, you've got a boulder in the way. You haven't asked God for the divine solution. And say it with a bit of fervor, dear one, because you gave it energy. It needs energy in order to activate. If you say, no, God, bring me a solution, and like that, there's no energy to it. You've got to get some energy, get charged up about it, get some energy about that. Question is, how attached are you to the obstacle? Is it giving you an excuse, a reason to not go forward? Is it because you want to prove something to somebody else that doesn't believe? How attached are you to that obstacle? How is it serving you? I guarantee you it's not. There is no obstacle ever created that could ever really serve you. If you're not ready with great fervor to say, God, no to this obstacle, and yes, God, bring me a divine solution right now, because I know you can, God. Now you're not attached to it. But if this obstacle, this boulder has been there for a while, it's important to ask yourself, what happens if it's gone? What happens if it's gone? Well, I think a lot of happiness, a lot of fun and flowing and just loving yourself and loving life, I think that's a good thing. That's what happens when that obstacle's gone. But many times an obstacle comes up and it gets a little sneaky, because you just think, well, I haven't gotten the job, and I haven't got my house yet, and I haven't won the lottery, and obstacle, obstacle, obstacle. You don't need to have that there. There is no reason for it. It's time to evolve out of an old way of allowing it to be there, inviting it to dinner, to move in with you, and to basically be there when it doesn't pay any rent or the mortgage or anything. So, what are you going to do with those obstacles? Now, you can do a free and clear thing. You can say, God, I don't agree to any obstacles in my life. Known or unknown, I just do not agree with them. Thank you, God, for bringing me the divine solution to every single obstacle in my life. Thank you, God, make it so. Hold on to your head, you're going to get dizzy. That's a lot of movement of energy. But remember, this is also too about saying yes to God. When an opportunity presents itself, say yes, thank you. Even if you don't know what's going to happen with that opportunity, you don't even know why it's there, say yes. Flow with that flow of the Creator. See what magnificent opportunities are brought to you. Yes. So dear ones, understand, it doesn't matter how long you've been dealing with these obstacles. It doesn't matter what they mean to your life or they don't mean to your life. It doesn't matter who is involved with it and what the history has been. It doesn't even matter your history. It does not matter. Every single moment of every single day is brand new. Brand new. Very good. Now, before we go on, I've been talking for a while. Does anyone have any questions? Oh, you're taking it in, you're taking it in. You know what to do. Are you going to hesitate? Do a little dance with that obstacle? No. So remember the wonderful story of this wonderful woman and the tornado, 15 minutes. Do you know how impossible that is? It is. A tornado that big with that much power to just go poof, had to alter every single thing in the atmosphere for it to do that. Winds had to change from thousands of miles up and thousands of miles away in order to create that situation. There had to be a completely different message in the atmosphere that was not there at that time. The temperature of the air had to change instantaneously for that tornado to disappear. It didn't pick up any of her animal. It didn't destroy any trees on her land. It destroyed nothing. So for those that have lived through tornadoes, you know how powerful they are. They are amazingly powerful. They can send a blade of grass through a brick. That's powerful. That's immensely powerful. You've seen how it has wiped out towns, created astonishing disasters, wiped it out completely, as though nothing was there to begin with. That's the tornado she was looking at. It was going to waylaced wherever it touched down, and all would be gone. All would be gone. How many times in your life are you facing a tornado? Do you run from it? Go into your basement? Listen to the weather report? When is possibly going to finally go away and hopefully will not destroy your town, your home, and you? That's called running around the boulder. Running around the boulder. Put on your tennis shoes. You're going to be running around that boulder. So, when you want those things and it's not happening, you plant your feet, get that energy up inside of you, point that finger and say, no, absolutely not. This delay cannot be, because God, nothing delays you. And you are everything in my reality. So this cannot be a delay. Now here might come some fear. Well, I need a little more time. I can't have my book published yet because I haven't had the energy to work on it, the inspiration to work on it. Oh, would that be an obstacle? Why not say no to that delay and say yes to your wonderful motivation and creativity? This book is done now with the most fabulous publisher, and it's a worldwide success. Why not say yes? God, bring me the divine solution. Now you're able to get that book done, that project done, that vacation, whatever that is, you're able to get it done because you are not walking around that obstacle anymore. So I'm going to be with you the next 30 days, and when you get an obstacle up and you're just walking around, I'm going to give you a little notation, a little message. So what are you doing? Are you walking around that obstacle, or are you saying, no, God, bring me the divine solution? And dear ones, it's anything in your life. It's anything and it's everything. You are here as magnificent manifestors. You're not here to live a small life. You're not here to live life of delays and confusions and disruptions that keep going on and on and on, and you don't know how to resolve them. You ask for God's solution, and it is done. Now, this part of your wonderful creative brains, but don't I get to come up with solutions? Of course you do. Of course you do. You're very brilliant, and you're wonderful at coming up with solutions, but I will tell you, if that solution you came up with doesn't make that boulder go away, that obstacle, it's time to ask God for one. Don't delay. Don't shuffle your feet, please. You are here to live magnificent full lives. And when you stand in strength to say, these things will no longer be in my life, they will no longer be. That's exciting. Now I've talked some more. Does anyone have questions? I'll offer it again. Oh, you're listening. Oh, question. Yes, that one. Wait, please. She will bring you the microphone, all right? I know you get excited.
On the 99, 98, 99, 99, do we say that one time or 3 times?
On the code, really once is sufficient.
Okay.
But if you were to say more than that, that's fine. But again, always if you get too dizzy, stop doing what you're doing. The reason why you get dizzy, that one, is it starts to spin all your chakras. And so your chakras are starting to really move around, and that's why you're getting dizzy. So that's why we say you don't have to do that too much, and it's really sufficient for what you want.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Any other questions? Yes.
Just in that light, with the chakra spinning around, how do I say this? Given all that you've said, and thank you, when you feel like today everybody's expressing a spinning feeling, it's been very powerful, as always, but a solution for the body to feel grounded, when I feel like I'm getting really empathic with another person, or is it just, pragmatic to wear copper, or I don't want to look for a code, I want to just not worry about subliminally picking up on stuff that might be in the mass consciousness.
If you will ask God, when you're super sensitive and you're starting to be affected by somebody else's energy, if you will ask God to divinely cleanse, clear, repair, refill, and reseal your energy field in the golden light, you will not be picking up on others. And you can do that when you wake up in the morning. So you ask God to repair, reseal, and repair, refill, and reseal your golden energy field. But you also ask God to cleanse and clear. So cleanse and clear your energy field, and then it goes into repair, refill, and reseal your energy field in the golden light. So cleanse and clear, repair, refill, and reseal in the golden light. Oh, good, I got a thumbs up on that one. I like that. Very good, wonderful. Wonderful. Because have you noticed you've got more sensitive with other people's energies? Yes. Sometimes you want to run away from them as quick as possible. Hi, how are you? I got to go. Yes, you are getting more sensitive because more light is coming into you. So yes, you are becoming more sensitive. Wonderful. Any more questions? Oh, we've got another question. Wonderful.
Is the 99 code also the code to overcome?
To overcome what, Teron?
You said early at the beginning of the webcast you're going to give us a code to overcome.
Yes, that would be it.
That's it. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Teron. You're welcome. Oh, these are easy questions. I'm an archangel. You can ask me something more difficult. It's all right. All right. Good. Now, if all that I have said, in addition to that, you would like a code for a situation you simply cannot overcome. Does anyone have a situation in their life they're dealing with and they would like a code to overcome it? Now, you probably won't need it after what I've said today. Pretty simple. It's really pretty simple. Because when you say, God, bring me the divine solution, poof, it's gone. Whatever that obstacle is, whatever that boulder is in your way is gone. It's gone. If you've got property to sell, you haven't been able to sell it. Oh, that would be an obstacle. And God, no, you can't be stopped and I can't be stopped either. So thank you, God, bring me the divine solution on this property. It is sold. Next thing you get is a phone call from your real estate agent. We've got an offer on it. Now, that's happened before. It's happened many times. So what I'm saying to you is not fantastic, although it's very quite interesting. It's real. This is very real time, real work that you're doing. That's exciting. Wonderful. Well, let me look at the time. All right, I'm going to give you another break for 10 minutes. Get up, stretch, and then we're going to go to Astro Body. All right? Very good, dear ones. Very good. Wonderful. Oh, look, you want to take a nap already? Yes, I see all that yawning. very good, wonderful. All right. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're going to go to the Astra body. Wonderful, wonderful. Ready? All right. Put your things down. Take a deep breath in. And allow yourself to be here. As we invite in your angels to stand around you now, offering up their beautiful love and light. And as you imagine their beautiful presence all around you, soothing, renewing, full of great love and great compassion. They know that your journey has not always been easy. They know that your journey is full of amazing experiences. And they're so proud of you now, to be able to reclaim that which is naturally yours, to awaken, renew, and be at one with. And as you relax, imagining there is a white cocoon of light all around you. And it is filled with white light. And it fills you with white light. It is soft and strong. It is eternal. And it's with you now. And as you breathe and relax, knowing you are in this bubble of light, we're going to journey now to your astral body. In front of you appears a tunnel of light. And as your angels begin to walk you forward into the tunnel of light, they will never leave your side. They are with you now through this experience. Through this experience, you will know, you will feel, and you will be, because this is your astral body. It's part of you. As they walk you farther into the tunnel of light, it's all around you now. And there is a sense of speeding up. Going to go through the dimensions very quickly now. From third dimension to fifth dimension and the gates of heaven. And from this dimension it opens up to all other dimensions. This tunnel of light moves quickly now. The 9th dimension, the 12th, the 15th, on going to the 18th dimension, Finally, the energy will begin to slow down as you're entering the 22nd dimension. And the tunnel opens up to your astral body. It's bright and beautiful. And balls of light are swirling all around your astral body. Every color of the rainbow. For your astral body is always in activity. It doesn't have an ego, cannot judge you. But it is the supreme power that you have always had. Imagine your angels are walking you to the center of this astral body. It is enormous. Some are as big as this earth, vast and powerful is what you are. This is your body, similar to your physical body, for it is real and it has life. Your angels are walking you to the center of your astral body. A golden beam of light is coming down from the heavens. And they beckon you to step into the golden light. And you're completely encased in the golden light. And now your angels ask that your astral body bring forth the first power. The power to dominate universe. Gently it comes into your crown chakra, your third eye chakra, your throat chakra. Comes into your heart chakra, your solar plexus. Now it comes into the seat of your power in your solar plexus. Harmonizes and balances this chakra. Allows this chakra to seat in this power. Spinning the chakra very quickly. Now, as the spinning of the chakra begins to take over your body, like tiny little messages going into every molecule, every atom. And it is saying to you, your substance, I am. I am this power. No one can take it from me because it's always been mine. Breathe and allow yourself to take on this energy. Very good. We ask our astral body to bring in now the second power. That is of free will. It comes down through your crown chakra, your third eye chakra, your throat chakra. That is your ability to connect with the one mind, the God mind. To think anything that you choose from the fluidity and fertility of the God mind. Now as you feel that now settling, settling into your third eye chakra, awakening your brain, coming into your eyesight, awakening your eyesight. And so as we give the story of your astral body, you receive that which is yours. And as it opens up in your mind can feel expansive. Perhaps there is a desire to feel the remembrances. And as this chakra spins and sends lines of energy to your knowingness, and then bringing that energy back up into the crown chakra and into the third eye chakra. So it best works with your brain. Now comes an awareness of your thoughts. What are you thinking? What do you want to create? So therefore we ask the astral body to bring forth the power that all of your reality is your choice. You've been given a great freedom to create. To create anything you want through your thoughts. We think that this energy comes down through the chakras, down through the chakras, and into the heart chakra as it spins and spins, generating its own information about this. And as it is seated in you, it grows and it grows into your knowingness. The chakras are all harmonizing and balancing. And for a final power, and this power goes down to your feet, goes up to your knees, into your hips, and as it does, spins the chakras. As it now again pours into your heart and your emotional body, filling it with this light, this truth. Lines of energy go to your knowingness center to awaken this knowledge, this right, this birthright. Very good. And as these forces combine together to create a great network of communication, communication physically, mentally, and emotionally, becoming the driving, recalibrating force inside of you to know that you are one with these powers. And all that you will ever need to know, you know. And all that you ever need to do is always made available to you. And a great cocoon of white light and very pale pink light comes around you, so that you will maintain this image and vibration. Very good. Enjoy taking up your power for now. Enjoy how it makes you feel. Solid, present, aware, and deserving. Very good. And we will come back now. Angels on either side of you walk you back to the light tunnel. And as you step into the light tunnel together and walk down the light tunnel, it will appear to be speeding up as you're coming back. You pass the 18th dimension, pass the 15th dimension, you pass the 12th dimension, you pass the 9th dimension as you're coming back now. You're passing by the 5th dimension and coming out of the gates of heaven. Come back now into your body in the 3rd dimension, bringing everything with you. And now that you're back in the 3rd dimension, I'm going to count backward from 10 to 1. At 1, you'll be refreshed, revived, and awake. 10. 9. 8. Breathe deep into your body. 7. 6. 5. Breathe deep into your body. 4. 3. 2. 1, and open your eyes when you're ready. Oh, I love it. You all did well. You all did really well. Now put your arms up. Give them a good wiggle. Oh, get back into that body. Oh, this wonderful body. Your fantastic body. Your fantastic life. So remember, my dear ones, it doesn't matter what small obstacle or large one. If you don't want it there, you say no to it. And you say, thank you, God, for the divine solution right now. And that's exactly what you will have. Well, I thank you, my dear ones, for this lovely time together. It's been my great honor and blessing to be able to guide you through all of these shifts and changes. Next time, not so many shifts and changes, just a lot of information. We like to sort of do it that way. It's a bit easier for you. But I tell you, I'm all proud of you. You're doing beautifully. It's exciting. And yes, watch those other people's jaws drop when you use your power. It's okay. It's all right. You don't dare to prove anything to anyone, but use what is yours to use. Well, I thank you, my dear ones. I'm going to put that back into my pocket, perhaps. Very good. I'm going to send out my halos to all of you. So for those that are watching, for those that are here, put your hands together like this, please. Bow your head slightly. I will send out my 4 halos to you so that you can receive this energy to integrate greater. Breathe and receive. Beautiful. You may lift your head now. Well, I thank you all, my dear ones, for this wonderful time together. Take your nap this afternoon. I know you're going to want it. I know you're going to want to get some good food into you. Let the girls spray you down, do the wonderful rings, get you back in your body, all right? Well, I thank you, my lovely ones. I'm very grateful for this time with you. Know that you are guided divinely every day to greater and greater happiness, to a greater and greater life. And know that as you receive this beautiful light from Andromeda starting next week, breathe it in. Let it come into you. Let it change your life for the better. I thank you, my dear ones. My love to all of you. God's blessings to all of you. Have a wonderful time. And I will depart for now. I thank you, my dear ones. Very good. Well, I'm back. How's everybody doing? Yay. Feeling good? Yay. Yay. Well, thank you all for coming. Enjoy the weather. I think finally we've got our monsoon season coming. Yes. So we get that lovely rain in the afternoon and cool everything off. So have a great time. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Remember, we've got another eclipse coming up on the 27th. So just be prepared for that. Know that that can throw you off a little bit. And so that you're aware of all those things. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We love you. And have a wonderful day. Thank you, everybody.